Is there a climate change issue in California?
You'll have to ask the governor that question. I don't want to step on his toes.
No question. Thank you for making America great again, sir.
Thank you very much.
I
like this guy.
love you, sir.
I don't know who you are, but I like you.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Guess what I got to tell y'all? Guess what I have to tell you? America can't wait for Donald Trump to get in office January 21st. And guess who's saying that? It's liberals in the state of California. I guess wildfires would do that to you, huh?
The guy named Rich Greenfield, he says Sonny Hostin needs to be terminated immediately by Disney. She's one of the worst anti-Semites on broadcast TV. But she didn't talk in a precise way. And that is the crux of the media problem on television. It's gibberish. 80% of it is gibberish. News! 80% of it is gibberish. Oh no! Oh no! Grab the children! Save the children! Because they don't formulate their thoughts in a mature manner or articulate them. Let me give you two examples. How many times have you been watching an interview program where an anchor says, "What do you make of that?" How many times have you been watching an interview program where an anchor says, "What do you make of that?" 10,000 times? That means that the anchor was too lazy to formulate a question. That's what it means.
What do you make of it?
What do you make of that? What do you make of that?
Well, Daniel, what do you make of that?
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 Slavery. I mean, what do you make of that?
What do you make of that?
What do you make of that?
What I make of it is
What did you make of that number?
What do you make of that?
What do you make of that dynamic?
What do you make of that?
What do you make of that revelation today?
I've never said that. Now, somebody's going to pull a clip from 18 years ago. But just to show you, it's lazy, stupid stuff.
All right, 45 seconds. What do you make of that?
That means that the anchor was too lazy to formulate a question.
The nation's largest state is California, and here is the most popular costume for Halloween, Alice in Wonderland, everyone. What do you make of that?
I've never said that. And how many times have you heard an anchor paid hundreds of thousands or millions of dollars say, "We'll see"? We're not paying you to say banalities like, "We'll see." A 5-year-old can say that.
Still sort of we'll see.
It is still sort of
we'll see.
It's we'll see in terms of we'll see what happens with this kind of pot of money and how we've learned.
I think it's going to be a point of political pressure. We'll see. Like they say, we'll see.
I kind of have my doubts, but we'll see.
Yet, and tomorrow we will see.
You know, so that the level of discourse on television, and The View leads the league in that, is awful.
It's like at the end of the day, and it's like, what do you make of that? This resolution, we're not saying, what do you make of that on the factor in 2017?
What do you make of that? And that is the crux of the media problem on television. It's gibberish.
3 days later.
Bill O'Reilly, thank you for joining me, big man. I appreciate it. So what is your take?
The anchor was too lazy to formulate a question. Progressive governance does not work. And California is a mismanaged state from almost top to bottom. And the fault lies with the voters who elect people like Karen Bass and Gavin Newsom.
I think that Gavin is largely incompetent, and I think the mayor is largely incompetent, and probably both of them are just stone cold incompetent. What they've done is terrible.
Separately, we heard earlier today about the firefight in the Palisades running out of water. The DWP confirming that 3 million-gallon water tanks were depleted by 3 o'clock this morning. As we were covering live on the air, that's when dozens of homes and buildings were burning in the Palisades. Mayor Bass expected to address some of those issues this afternoon, but she's been out of town for the bulk of what's happened in the last day. She arrived from overseas earlier today and was confronted in an airport by a reporter asking why she was out of town during what may be some of the darkest moments this city has seen in a generation.
Do you owe citizens an apology for being absent while their homes were burning? Do you regret cutting the fire department budget by millions of dollars, Madam Mayor? Have you nothing to say today? Have you absolutely nothing to say to the citizens today? Elon Musk says that you're utterly incompetent. Are you considering your position? Madam Mayor, have you absolutely nothing to say to the citizens today who are dealing with this disaster? No apology for them? Do you think you should have been visiting Ghana while this was unfolding back home?
Everybody in California knows that the ecosystem there is dangerous and fragile. Everybody knows there are going to be fires, there are going to be mudslides. Nothing has been done by the progressive leadership to prevent any of it. The mayor of Los Angeles, as you accurately reported, cut $17 million from the firefighter budget, even though her own hand-picked fire chief said, don't do that. It's too risky. The mayor did it anyway and had plenty of money to not cut, because $1.3 billion a year Los Angeles gives to the homeless to enable people to remain drug addicted and live in the street. Why would they kick it? Why would they try to get work or a home if the state's going to support their lifestyle of getting high? $1.3 billion a year, and they're cutting firefighters? This is the kind of governance you want? Progressive leadership leads to destruction and death. That is the truth, and that is what we are seeing played out here right now.